Hi, thank you for watching Turquoise Sky Custom Spirits. This is Megan's Reading Corner. Alright, so I'm going to talk to you real quick about some books. Now, I adore alcohol books, learning about alcohol, and a lot of bartenders, these books that I'm going to show you right now are going to be a really good option for teaching them more about what they do and why it works. So this stack right here is going to be your educational books. So things that you're going to learn. Proof by Adam Rogers, absolutely amazing. It walks you through sort of the chemical processes of how alcohol is made, why it works, and the different things that people have tried to kind of create new and exciting ways of making alcohol and making it faster and making it better. So Proof is like, it's a reading book, like not a picture book, not a coffee table book. This one is for learning. Next up, we have The Drunken Botanist. I cannot even begin to tell you how much I love this book. This is one of the ones that I reread probably every year, at least once. It's broken down into your main, so we've got rye, and it's done alphabetically, so your next one is going to be sorghum. So it's got a ton of information, but it's broken down in a really cool way, and there's a lot of information about the plants themselves. So this one is incredible for learning. It's a lot more digestible, I think, than Proof, and it is applicable, especially once you start getting into your liqueurs, into creating stuff, into infusions. This is going to help you a lot in understanding the things that you're putting into your drinks. So I love this one, Drunken Botanist by Amy Stewart. Absolutely recommend. Next up, The King of Vodka, the story of Peter Smirnoff. Now I have like a 2-hour video on YouTube about this book, kind of breaking down his story, but it's just amazing. It's incredible. It walks you through the whole life of him and how he built his empire and how it became the brand that we know today. And it's just a really great, for me, it was a great way to understand Russian history in a context that I really care about. So he lived through some pretty important times in Russian history and some huge changes, and he was a really big part of that world, and it kind of walks you through that turmoil and helps you understand how it was affecting real business owners, real regular people, not that he was a regular person by the end. Really, really amazing. This one, again, is like a reader. This one is for learning. A lot more history, a lot less technical stuff, but it's amazing. Next up, The Complete Joy of Home Brewing. This is a workbook. This teaches you how to make beer. That is what it is for. If you have a home brewer at home and they don't have this, then they ought to. If you have someone and you want to get them into home brewing, this is a really great start. This is the book for them to have to really understand what they're doing when it comes to home brewing. So get this, couple of pint glasses, get them started on their journey. Now this one is a little more of a coffee table book. A Visual Guide to Drinks by Pop Chart Labs. It's got just visual representations of a lot of interesting things. So this is breweries per capita in the United States. This one is going to be production versus consumption. So the United Kingdom, let me make sure I'm reading this graph right. Yes, the United Kingdom drinks a lot and makes a little, whereas France makes a lot and also drinks a lot, so good for them. So this one is definitely more of a coffee table book. There is stuff to be learned from it, but it's not quite as like sit down and learn and now I know things and now I can pass them on. So this one's really cool. I love all the visuals, and I strongly recommend it, especially if you want kind of an extra thing to throw in with your gifts for your bartender. For your beer tenders, your cicerones, for your beer lovers, the Atlas of Beer from National Geographic is somewhere in the middle between your learning and your visuals. So it does make a great coffee table book, but it also has a lot of information. This is hard to do. So this one is just really cool. It's got a lot of good info on where to find good breweries. Obviously that is always changing. So they try to keep it up to date, but obviously something's going to be gone. And they do break it down. So this one is like local brews on the Pacific Coast. Like they get pretty detailed on where to find them. So the Atlas of Beer, another great one for your home brewers or your beer tenders or anyone who just really likes beer and wants to know more about where to get it. Now these guys I don't usually recommend for your bartenders, but it's not working. It's not working. He's falling. He's drunk. I'm drunk. There we go. All right. He'll be alive. He'll make it. All right. So these three are cocktail books, and I don't usually recommend cocktail books for your bartenders because they're making drinks. They want to make their own drinks, and it's harder to follow recipes. But they are really fun, and they're great for your people who like to make drinks at home, who like to explore, who like to do something fun, or if they love the themes that are in these books. So the first one I've got here is Moon Magic Mixology. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it's gonna be exactly what it says. You know, it's cocktails themed around the moon, magic, mixology, your elements. So there's some information in there. There's some really great information on making your own liqueurs, your own bitters. So like this guy, the Lunar Purification Potion. Great cocktail. It's gonna have rosemary, grapefruit juice, gin, honey, rose water, white wine. And it talks about releasing your energies and cleansing and things like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, which, you know, good vibes, I respect it, then this one is going to be really fun, especially for your kind of artsy people that you might know, that you want to get a little something extra to go with Christmas. There we go. Moon Magic Mixology. Absolutely beautiful little cocktail book. Next up, Give Me Liberty and Give Me a Drink. This one's really fun. It's got kind of little anecdotes about the different legal processes that people have to go through in certain states, leftover laws that are really irritating. And then it also has cocktail drinks. So you know, for this guy, Expensive on Purpose. This one is gin, heavy cream, lemon juice, lime juice, simple syrup, orange blossom water, egg white, club soda, and an orange wheel for garnish. Interesting. Okay, so this guy is really fun, especially if you get some of our other, you know, our whiskey glasses or our coupe glasses that are going to be a little bit more on the masculine side. But this one's really fun, and the information in it is really funny, seeing just all of the laws that we have to put up with as producers. And last but not least, Pantry Cocktails. This one's really fun. It was basically inspired by someone who was going through her pantry and was like, I have all this weird stuff, and how can I make it into a drink? Like, what can I kind of throw in here that I just have lying around? So this one's got, you know, like the marmalade caipirinha, apple butter Manhattan with bourbon, vermouth, bitters, apple butter, rosemary. So it's a little bit different, a little bit fun, a good way to kind of open up your mind about what's in your pantry or your fridge already and how you can use things that are just kind of lying around that you wouldn't normally expect to put in a drink. So a lot of fun. Check it out. Come get some books.